crack my neck and do that thing and boom, 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 boom. Oh my goodness. It's too fucking hot outside. Ugh. Do not like the heat outside. Do not. Anyway, hello everyone. Welcome again to another Sleepy Steam surfing stream. Today, we're going to raise multiple daughters. Why, yes, you're all properly panicking. Don't worry, things are gonna be perfectly fine though. Is that anthro mushrooms? Yes. Yeah, no, it's all fine. No, it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be great. In fact, we're gonna raise multiple daughters. It's gonna be a lovely day. Perfectly fine, normal day. Let's go. I'm gonna have a good time. Good time. I'm gonna have a good time. Good time. Gonna have a good time. Good time. We're all gonna have a good time. Okay, let's raise some children, you know? It's all gonna be great times. Woo! Once upon a time, there was a humble recluse. Though they had no need for society, they did often find themselves home to a loneliness that they could never quite shake. In the morning, the sun would rise, at night it would set. The recluse would observe the splendor, knowing that the sight would be all the more beautiful by having someone to share it with. It was not that they desired a relationship. Perhaps it was a flame that had burned them one too many times, or else they were simply disinterested. You don't have to call CP Child Protective Services. Everything's fine. Self-voicing? No, I get to voice stuff. No, a child. That's what they wanted. Someone to take care of. To teach. Unfortunately, it was along that could not be found. Not in these woods. Alone. However, we are never quite alone as we think, are we? One day, a witch appeared, as if drawn by the intensity of the recluse's desires. The lumber that the recluse had spent the morning gathering slipped through their hands as they spotted her, the witch of the woods. She began to speak. You desire a child, yes. For some, those are quite easy to come by. But you, not you, it would seem. Let's make a deal, then. If you do 3 simple chores for me, I'll present you with a daughter of your very own. The recluse, caught up in a moment of naivety, quickly agreed. Meet daughter, smiley face. Oh, that's not fucking great to see. Ooh, that can't be good. The witch, knowing that the recluse was destined to accept, simply nodded and began to deliver their first of these so-called chores without hesitation. It's important for a young person to do well. You're on ground in this world, I hear. Bring me a jar of soil to help with this process. Keep in mind that not all that not all dirt is the same. Consider sources carefully. Soil? That sounds somewhat magical, the recluse supposed. Why with this vague prompt, they consider their options. Your favorite foraging nuke, or... Ooh, we got, like, choices. Foraging nuke, the witch's front garden, the most picturesque section of the forest we have ever set eyes on. We're going to get as close to flirting with the witch as we can. Let's go. Well, the witch wanted dirt, and dirt there was in abundance. Besides, perhaps there were some ambient magical properties in the area that the recluse simply was not aware of. Or at least that's what they told themselves they finished their task in the quickest and laziest manner possible. Arriving back at their meeting place, the recluse was excited to share their selection with the witch. So that's what you picked, eh? Very well, it shall do. Feeling the need to scrub their skin, the recluse retired. I'm not ignoring. I can't ignore someone who isn't born yet. It's all fine. Feeling the need to scrub their skin, the recluse retired to their hut to cleanse themselves. The second day. The recluse slept more soundly that night than they had in ages. Having purpose again soothed them, even if they had found themselves caught up with the witch. They liked not to think about that, though. Instead, when the morning came, they simply did what they had to do. Which is to say, they got up and went to meet with the witch. Upon watching the recluse's approach, the sardonic smile lit the witch's face. You complete your first task admirably. 2 more, and I can finally give you what you want. She paused for only a moment before delivering her next message of import. Your child will come into the world with a little to her name, let us even the scales. Bring me an heirloom, something she will forever value. The recluse thought on it briefly, searching through their home for the object they had pictured. A glowing music box, a dark weathered tome, an old bottle of medicine that has sat unopened. Oh, we're gonna give her a nice old music box. A soft, beautiful tune played from the jeweled box. It had created to bring joy and beauty all around it, which she found admirable in theory. The recluse hoped that her daughter could have that privilege. I think she would focus on soft things like music and avoid the dark, painful things in life. Bringing their prize back to the witch, she simply gave a smile. How perfect. After that brief detour to meet with the witch, the recluse resumed their normal day-to-day schedule. The third day. With 2 assignments complete, the recluse could feel their excitement grow. If this witch was being honest, and for some reason they felt that she was, then that meant this could be the last night they spent without a child. They hoped so, at least. That was all they could do. They were remembering to get dressed. The recluse dashed to the meeting spot. Again, the witch had been waiting there for them, and my yawning had interrupted the witch across dimensions, I suppose. Welcome back, recluse. Are you prepared? Today is your big day, is it not? Class task is an easy one, or at least I believe so. Bring me something colorful, something bright that you would think suits her. When they first told her the 3 tasks, the recluse had imagined things would be much more difficult. This seems so easy as to be a trick. Which they supposed could mean that they should take it seriously, as if a mistake could mean death. With death in mind, the recluse needed to decide where to search for color. A field of flowers, a stony river. Some stones don't fade away like flowers do, so I want to go with that. Though underwater wasn't the first place many people thought of for color, the recluse understood there were many shades that people failed to consider. They arrived at a nearby river, glancing into the glassy water to spy a variety of small shining stones. Brimstone, a yellow alchemical wonder. Slate, a simple yet sturdy gray stone. That's boring. Jasper, nature's deep brown canvas. Brimstone sounds cool. For some reason, recluse seemed intrigued by the lump of sulfur in the water. Some claimed there be magic properties in the rock, but as they brought it back to the witch, they felt it just looked neat. The recluse returned to the witch's hut, colored item in hand, and everything's colored to match it. Okay. She silently took the object, nodding her head to the recluse in recognition. The recluse stood where they were for a moment, unsure. And finally, the witch realized what they were expecting. Oh, you want your promised daughter, don't you? Her voice was almost mocking, but at least it was not overtly cruel. I suppose I must tell you that I like human. I do require several more trifling things from you. Oh, like what? 9 months! Imagine that was the fucking answer. God. First is the matter of payment. The recluse should have known that everything is for cost. Pay me now with wealth. Pay me now with life. Pay me time and tune or in larger quantities. Pay me at much later date in the way I choose. Well, that's a fucking danger. And the image is very dangerous too. Well, let's make a bad decision. The recluse or the witch, they couldn't repay her, not anytime soon. That is fine. Of course, I would collect my payment eventually. With a small payment settled, the witch simply smiled and handed the recluse a small pot. Humans are tricky, but mushrooms are much more resilient. Consider this an upgrade. Don't worry, she'll eventually develop a mind. Everything else was a good decision. Everything else was good. You'll see, eventually. Soon your wish will be in full bloom. I suppose with all that so, though, there's one more thing for you to consider. A young name needs a proper girl, I was gonna say, which is completely fucking wrong. A young girl needs a proper name. The recluse thought on the witch's demand before offering the final thing they had to give. Oh, there's only one name here. Pocket! Then she walked away, only faint knowing the two should ever meet again. Chapter 2, Cultivation. Though the recluse was unsure of the specifics, they didn't realize it was important to heed her instructions. Care for the pot and the dirt and everything that lay within. So the recluse geared up, as any parent should, and assessed the things they need to raise a child. Finances in case the nearby village had goods and services that he could not provide. Nutrients of the child to help it grow strong. They needed plenty, as would be depleted on a daily basis. And finally, the recluse's own stamina cannot be ignored. One cannot burn the candle from both ends indefinitely. Thus began the longest growing season of the recluse's life. Oh shit! There's our daughter! She's currently a bit of... She's got some growing to do, it would seem right now. One day you wake slightly earlier than usual. In your somewhat somnambulant state, you hear an ethereal croon originating from your garden. When you go out, you spot it. A small fairy cutting the edge sitting amongst your crops. I'm sorry, fucking fairies. Okay. Info. List. Please give me some. Eventually, the witch will come for you. How scary sounding. Potted. This pot of soil sits calmly with a small mushroom contained within. She is my daughter. That's not fair. She doesn't need food, but her food isn't... She needs food, but the food isn't quite the same as yours. Ensure that she never goes hungry. I've seen mushrooms before that have certain special gleam. Your daughter does not yet have this gleam, but she could if you raised her right. With a daughter, you need. You can avoid the village when you can, but with a new daughter, you have new needs. Money, others buy things that you couldn't gather yourself otherwise. There's only so many hours in the day when you have so much time and energy. Choose how to spend these things carefully. Even if she doesn't always... She's your daughter after all, even if she doesn't look like much of one. If your daughter is well loved, she'll be able to improve at things more quickly. Your daughter's growth is fickle. To ensure high quality, you need to grow her in the best conditions. Offer a coin to the fairy to gain their favor. Build a small fairy garden in your daughter's room using supplies. Hunt the fairy to use for food as your daughter. That's fucked. Catch a fairy and sell it in town. That's extra fucked. We might as well make a fairy garden. That way the fairies can come back more often instead of just one. That seems like a good idea. Without delay, you quickly gather their supplies. Greenery, some common foods. Hell, throw in a drop of blood if they love that sort of thing. After consulting some books to ensure that's the appropriate space, you lure the fairy in with treats. They seem unsure at first. The fairy... Oh shit, that took a giant sack. Their daughter's not yet old enough to appreciate this pet. You're sure she will in time. I didn't mean to get her a pet, but okay. Gain trait fairy familiar. You have a small magical friend that has a tendency to follow you. Oh! Okay. Decision made, life continued. Oh, fuck. A flock of hummingbirds have been harassing with their crops and your daughter recently. In fact, they've become quite the nuisance. Ignore them? Fuck no. Murder time. They're trying to hurt our daughter. Fucking kill them! You retrieve your bow and are lucky to leave with not one, but 2 birds from the flock. They shouldn't show up again for a while. You and your daughter may rest. Nothing more could be done to the birds. The matter was laid to rest. Huh? Something's happening. Gain trait mushroom creature. Ah! There she is! Bucket! Daughter has changed in the night. Ah, she's so small. Look at her. One morning, you awaken with a weight on your chest. You open your eyes, find a heavy mushroom sitting atop you. The creature has grown little arms and legs and demonstrates her newfound mobility by clambering off the bed as you wake. Living near some Chifro, wandering about in an excitable and inquisitive mood. Aww. Encourage her optimism. Spend time nurturing Violet. Motivate her to be more practical. No, that'd be mean. She's like fucking 2. Or however old she is in mushroom years. I'm gonna encourage her optimism. Oh, wrong thing. Your daughter's development is going better than expected. You want to promote her cheerful nature. You encourage her to appreciate beautiful things, bringing her to that flower-filled glade you once visited. Enthralled by the various sights, appreciating nature quickly becomes her favorite pastime, and she spends much of her time wandering outside. The decision being made, life continued. One evening, you hear a light knocking on your door. Quite a rare occurrence. Peeking through the window, you witness none other than the Witch of the Woods standing on the doorstep of your humble hut. Could you be here for a visit, or to settle a debt? I don't need more money right now, so... Hey! Daughter, here's your... fairy godmother? I'm not really sure how to qualify this relationship. Perhaps it is time for your daughter to meet the witch. You may even learn a thing or two. The two of you enter the door and invite the gloomy woman inside for dry and awkward small talk. Oh, ooh, what the fuck? Something about the way the two absently stare at each other. You wonder if they made some sort of connection today. Oh. Interesting. Oh, disposition, undervalued and childish. Ah, shit. I think I need to raise her a bit better. Decision being made, life continued. While staying at home one day, you hear an unexpected knock at the door. Unfortunately, when you go to answer, you find yourself face to face with a man that you never wish to see again. Though he's older now, the scar running down his cheek was unmistakable. Tell me how to find you this time, recluse. The sound of his voice sends a long forgotten chill down your spine. This man is your former business partner from a time when you did work with the less than the admirable. I'm sure all this time alone has given you plenty of time to reflect. You're finally ready to get back to business. I can do business with him, even though this is a bad idea. I can give the man some sum of money to go away. I can kill him. Far too tempting. Or I can beg him to leave me alone. I have money. Fuck off. You know this man long enough to understand that he truly desires money. Perhaps you offered him some, he would agree to leave you alone. When you explain this line of thought out loud, his eyes sparkle. You've always known me so well. You quickly gather an amount of gold that you hope will satisfy him in a pouch and place the pouch in his hand. It's been a pleasure doing business with you. Youch. As it leaves, you tell him to never return. Huh? Something's happening. Gain trait child? Ah! Look at her! Your daughter's changed in the night. Oh, daughter's cute. Look at our cute daughter. Oh. Personable and whimsical. Oh! Despite rocky introduction, your child is as civil as any human now. Oh, look at her! Ah! This is great. One morning, you notice that your daughter's nowhere to be seen. After an hour of searching the nearby area, you find her sitting alone in a familiar clearing. To your surprise, the creature has now taken the form of a young girl. You feel relieved to confirm the witch hasn't betrayed you. As you approach, she turns and smiles at you before continuing to thoughtfully stare into space. Tell her it's time to go home. You know what? It can be nice just to sit around with your daughter. Let's do that. You don't wonder what your daughter is thinking about so intently, but it's time not to disturb her. Taking a seat next to her, you appreciate the beauty of the forest and spend time thinking lovingly of your daughter. Ah! This game is hitting my heartstring well. I like it. After nearly an hour, she stands up and heads home, seemingly finished with her introspection. Decision being made, life continued. Yara needs food too. You've just run out. You need to find something to feed her soon, or she'll surely starve. Oh, what? We have some stamina. Let's go. You spend the day foraging and digging in the woods, and return with a heap of mushroom food for your hungry daughter. It's a little hard to be sure, but it seems like she's thankful for your efforts. Decision being made, life continued. Why is Pocket in jail? It just looks like that relative to the framing. That's it. She's fine. One evening, you discover many footprints outside your home. 3-toed and webbed. Some strange creature is poking around. They have heard the rivers of these woods are home to nefarious turtle-like creatures that capture human children, only to bring them home and drown them. Oh fuck, we're raising a child near a Kappa's. Great. Perfect. Not at all shit. The child isn't a human, but you can feel the leer of envious eyes from the tree line. They know a precious daughter when they see one. By the looks of the tracks, these ones are quite young. Perhaps you can do something to frighten them away from your home. Oh shit. I didn't mean to actually choose. Fuck! Amphibious monsters scout just before the sun. Can I go back? No, okay. Damn it. I was sitting her down for a small talk. You warned her about the scary tournament and informed her of a new rule. When the sun started to fall, she must come home and stay there all night. It's been confused and upset. You aren't sure at first that she understands. Even so, every evening she usually returns for her nightfall. Having defeated by caution and locked doors, the vowed turtle men give up and their tracks don't appear near your house. The rule, however, remains. Decision being made, life continued. An end? What? It may have been strange weeks since the witch had given you a enchanted pot of dirt, but it felt like much longer. You have perhaps underestimated the effort it would take to rear a child. Long days and nights toiling for every need left you drained. Your constant aching tiredness made it difficult to be present for the girl. You suspect you weren't the role model girl needed growing up. You sat down in your mug veil, readying yourself for another night of restless sleep. Maybe in the morning things would be easier. The fuck? Oh, fuck me. And a new beginning. You had suspected for a long time that your time with the recluse was coming to an end. They raised you, suppose, but always felt like you were trapped. They were kept locked away, unwanted, and forgotten. No, Pocket, that isn't the case! Things just went slightly wrong! I didn't mean for that to happen! Fuck! I made an accidental choice and it fucked things up! No! No! You're older now. You have the ability to fend for yourself. There's no reason to stay when you aren't wanted. Your preparation has been underway for a while, and you made a little place for yourself to live in the woods. Tomorrow is the day to act on your own. Although the path ahead of you seems a little frightening, things will only get better from here. Maybe in the morning, you'll finally be able to see for yourself. Distant parents? No! God fucking... Raise your daughter with zero affection! I tried being kind! What the fuck? How did this happen? We had a nice moment in the woods! How is there no love? Despite your initial uncertainty, you find that you adapted your camp lifestyle very quickly. Shit. You're unfortunately not good at much of anything. Your body's made something slicky and magical, and you can feel it in your core. Cards and tokens, nope. Don't like an event? Use one of these cards and you can be on your way back home in no time. Cards represent the choices you have to make in life, though you won't be able to use special cards in every event. They will only be dealt to you in appropriate situations. Be careful, most card types are limited. When they're out, they're out. Oh my god. You have developed a rapport with your creator, the Witch of the Woods. Your parent was not as kind to you as you deserved. Now they are. No! I didn't mean this. No! Oh fuck! I didn't. Oh no, Pocket! I didn't mean to be an uncaring douche. We spent time in the woods. I thought we were good. Oh no! Your first days living outside your parents' home are occasionally daunting, but also with positivity. What would you like to do? Oh my god, what the fuck are we doing? What are these stats? Let's go to the woods. Oh, I recognize this photo. Just as you're about to return home, an unfamiliar type of tree catches your eye. Plump, pink, orange fruits dangle from a large mass of branches. Along a section, you also find plenty scattered around the base of the trunk as well. Climb the tree for the perfect fruit. Eat a fruit off the ground at random. Take a nap under the big tree. Let's get the perfect fruit for her. Uh-oh. Ugh, fail. Ah, fuck. You fight your way up a tree before barely managing to get to the ground. Thankfully, you find a brief reprieve as you make it to a sturdy branch. When you take a second, you spot a nice plum fruit. You find yourself getting your heart set on it. Reach out to grab it and loosen your grip just a little too much. Before you know it, you come it through the branches and hang every one. Finally, mercifully, you land on the ground. You get up and head home, sore and embarrassed. One day, you notice a strange shooter wandering around your camp. An elderly man sporting an unkempt beard filled with crumbs. When he spots you, a lopsided grin fills his face. Well, ain't you something? Man lifts his hat from his head, briefly grinning. I was talking about the fungal woman in the woods. That must be you. I suppose you never met another... No, I'm just gonna... Ah! I can rewind time! I love you, Pocket! Please don't grow up to be... think I'm a bad parent! What? Yeah, buy a magic wand, sure. Always market stalls to be found catering to the cautious, superstitious folks who want to deter evil. And in the town procures some charms, regular perp beads strung through worded strings, and quickly go hanging them around the tree line. The ward seems to be, oh, look, hey! I saw that! There was love there for a second. Maybe. The ward seemed to work perfectly as the footsteps and beady eyes glare cease. Your daughter is safe for now. This is being made, life to continued. Huh? Something's happening. How have we gained any affection? Have I been bad? I don't get it. One morning, you notice your daughter's nowhere to be seen. After an hour, you find sitting. Fuck it. Buy a gift. Today feels a momentous achievement, so you tell your daughter you're going to village to buy her a present. Jumps up excitedly to you head to prepare a trip. Oh! Each heart is an affection! Okay, they're not blank hearts! Great! great! I was fucking confused. Look at her. She's doing well. You're already buying her affection. It's required. I don't care if I'm poor. Daughter, be happy! Your daughter thoroughly enjoys outing and loves touching the cute doll you picked out of the market. Decision being made, life continues. Need food and your daughter... Yeah, okay. Goodbye to stamina. Your daughter's doing biggerly. It's been easier than ever to see her as a child that she is. Today you want to teach her something fun, something that human children often get to partake in. What activity would you partake in today? Dress up? Hardly count to 1,000. That is not something I think most children end up doing. Arm wrestling. Make a deer disappear. Hide and go seek. What the fuck does make a deer disappear mean? Oh yeah, let's just do dress up. No reason to go hard. Never good with more maternal parts of society. I think that child may enjoy playing around with clothes. You scrounge up a few articles of clothing from here and there, and even craft her an exquisite crown made of dandelions. When she sees objects, takes her to understand. Have you been putting someone on her, though, she really comes to understanding. You're always fun with clothing, and you find yourself impressed with their creativity. She tears things to wear them in new, exciting ways. Oh, look at all that love. Even clothing we're not made to fit her, but we're glad she doesn't seem to notice. Quality of living is getting good. An end? You live peacefully in the dark for many moons, and she was strange was never stopped being strange, but you were always thankful for the company. Besides, the affection you felt for her was like any parent would feel toward a child. That was normal, at least. Your thoughts turned the concept of time, perfectly how you were once alone. Now you're afraid that you will be again someday. Your daughter had more and more curiosities into the world, so amount of time she wants to strike her own path. You hope you will be fulfilled now. You hope you've done enough. Only if you find comfort what you've done. You may have had many failures in life, but there's one thing you can die proud of. Hey, we're not incompetent! She's not incompetent, guys! Pocket's better now! Apparently, she just needed to... given some... I need to give more money to her. Okay. A new beginning. Telling the recluse that you wanted to see more of the world wasn't an easy conversation. As you grew older, you worried about leaving them on their own. Thankfully, your concerns were unwarranted. They're happy that you've grown enough to want to move out. OG Pocket's fine. This is OG Pocket. We just reset the timeline, not destroyed one. They even have to help you build your own home. Close to theirs. You're welcome to visit any time, obviously. Faster than you would have anticipated, the two of you built your home together. They showed you all the tricks they knew and made sure to impart as much knowledge as they possibly could. Finally, the day arrived. You were first on your own. You were scared a little, but also excited. Felt like a new chapter was just beginning for you. Oh, loving parent! Look at us! We're good! Ah! Pocket! Oh! Yay! Witchling. You're touched by magic in some significant way. Ooh. Increased by a good soak or by melancholic moments. This act indicates how wet and slimy your body is, but also a murkiness of the soul. Huh. Increased by the right nutrients or by things that nourish the soul. This stat is associated with how generally healthy she is, and it could also be a persistent optimism. Increased by ideal growing conditions or by a loving presence. This stat is associated with her physical strength, but it also be a strength of character. Increased by a titillating meal or by titillating danger. This stat is tied to the strength of her mushroom type, or her ability to perform in stressful situations. Increased by thorough socialization, or by doing the right thing. This stat is how good of a person she is, literally and metaphorically. You can feel the magic flowing through your body, though it's not powerful, it's not limited. Or unlimited. Spore? Question mark? Empower spells or poisons with spores at the cost of your own potency. The recluse will always live in your heart and for the time being next door. Oh, Dad's gonna die. Magic's acquired. Which? Huh. Despite some initial uncertainty, you find that your new home may even be nicer than Recluse's shack. You ever say living outside your parents' home was occasionally daunting, you also feel the possibility. What would you like to do? Oh, let's go in the countryside. The night sky is clear, beautiful as you sit on a stump atop a small hill. Looking up, something catches your eye and you notice a streak of shooting star. Quick, make a wish! Wish for it to rain tomorrow. Strange option. Wish to grow stronger. Wish for the star itself. Oh, that's quite brave. Wish for the people of the kingdom to live peaceful lives. Wish to stay in good health. Wish to be blessed with delicious food. Pocket wants to grow strong. She doesn't want to stay a weak, low person forever. She wants to take care of her father, you know? She's a good girl. Oh, fuck, I got a critical failure. On the next day, it's harder for you to get out of bed. You're mostly oddly sore. Remind yourself not make a habit of relying on stars. Oh, my... That went a lot worse than I expected. When I saw it... Oh, sorry. What did it say? Oh, the elderly man again. Okay. So he's never met another Russian girl now that you think about it. It does feel a little odd to be singled out as such. The man continues to speak. I just hoping to meet you, that's all. I want to give you something. He reaches his shabby pack on his side and pulls out a bound book. His appearance is humble, yet carries a certain weight to it. Almanac. This here is an almanac containing every bit of archaeological knowledge ever learned. What the fuck? Hey, go away. What the fuck? Number LB. What the fuck? Down. Endings is covered. Number of living dolls. Oh, fuck. Now that's slightly concerning. This here is an almanac containing every bit of archaeological knowledge I've ever learned. I have more on this for a long time. But you and Sage life work, I guess? They grow up so fast, don't they? He looks down at the book in his hands with surprising tenderness. Then he's holding the book out to you. Seems like I'm not only at the top of CBS's Most Wanted, I've also managed to piss off RNGesus. Undeserved completely, I swear. There's always more lives to live, and that's just how this cycle goes. Maybe you'll be able to help me in some gaps. There's a lot out there to see. You take the object and carefully pull it open. Truth be told, you've never been much one for handling books. Within you find hundreds of illustrations bearing different mushrooms, variety of colors. It's beautiful. By the time you look up, the old man's already walking away. He was a hand at you and calls out a symbol, "Be good now." How odd! You like his gift, at least. While wandering the woods near your home, you suddenly hear something rustling in the foliage ahead. According to your neck, a large bird bursts from the brush and locks eyes with you. You sense an intense flaming orb of determination emanate from this wild hog. Okay, so we're magic. We can do magic. You're sure you came prepared for this? This is probably gonna be fine. Pocket knows magic. Okay, good. Didn't know what I needed to get to pass that, but I did. Remember the knife tied to your hip and whisper a small thank you to your caretaker who taught you to never leave home without one. Without hesitation, the pig begins barreling in your direction. As I was to gore you, you veer to the side and brandish your knife. You just barely manage to clip the boar's side, your efforts resulting in only a narrow victory. Never mind, that's not magic. Unless it's the magic of stabbing people. It turns to attempt a second attack and is met with another cut from your knife, this time taking off part of its ear. Finally, it seems no longer find the fight worth it and flees back into the woods. Wonder what the boar will do now. You find yourself thinking of that clipped ear. Perhaps the two of you shall meet again someday. You head home for now. Gain trained mobby swine? Eh? Somewhere out there's a pig that you've left your mark on. Strange. Walking through the field between the forest and village one day, you notice a figure standing alone at some distance. Upon closer inspection, the figure belongs to that of a young lady. Her bulked and bronzed body showcases a long-lived life, toiling under the sun. And at this moment, she appears stumped, rubbing her chin absent-mindedly as she mutters towards the ground. Humans sure are weird sometimes. Carry on with your business. Nope. No, let's see if... Fuck no. Let's see if she needs any help. Casually, you approach the puzzled human and ask her what's wrong. Well, hey, you're wearing a piece of produce. What do I know, apparently? This here's plot of land, though you wouldn't know by looking at it, is currently coveting some magic beans. Magic beans? Lady sows droop. Can't actually get them to grow, though. Went to the market, you see, and the shady lady in the alley sowed these seeds to me. Said her magic, so she was lying with her teeth. She looked harmless enough, glasses, ponytail, real bookish type. She took his finger to her chin. It's now distinctly lilac, so at least that was nice. I think we got scammed. A sigh fills the air. And it gave me some story about how these special beans being crossed with some freaky large plant piece from the jungle. You think I got taken for a ride? Oh, for sure. I don't think so. We're actual magic. We can probably figure this out. No? I suppose you have any advice on how to get these seeds to sprout, do you? Think to yourself for a minute. Offer nothing but no. We're going to use some of our magic to help. If the magic beans, can you just see a little magic kickstart the juices? You better do that than someone who's almost a living plant herself. You have to speak with the beans, and though she seems confused by the concept, the woman allows you to proceed. Now, for a moment of secrecy, you get down on your knees and leaning close, trying to hear the beans. What do they need? How can you help? Then close your eyes. Do your best to find the life within the seed. This plant would live and someday die. Your best to be comforted on this matter. And though it were a shy babe that still needed some coaxing, you spot a sprout emerge. Impressed by your supernatural assistance, the lady gives you a heartfelt thanks. By the way, what was your name? I never introduced myself. I'm Jacques. Jacques? You introduce yourself as Pocket. I know Jacques takes the effort to remember it before seeing you off. As you return to the business of the day, you can't help but wonder just how big that plant might get one day. You feel a crisp breeze. The heat is relenting. The trees are changing in color. Fall has arrived. Change of weather has invigorated you. What would you like to do today? Did Boggy take you? No, she helped someone who had been taken for a ride. It's all fine. Come on. He's doing perfectly good. Let's go to town. We might find some interesting people there. As you're walking to town one evening, you spy something strange. A group of small humans. Oh, that's not the strange part. Humans are wearing strange ornaments, likes of which you have not previously seen on humans. The deeper you get in town, the more oddly dressed individuals you see. Finding the market square, you notice a small booth attended by a townie. Upon your approach, they straighten up. Ah, what a great costume. It looks so realistic. They happily clasp their hands together as they compliment, well, you. You don't really know how to correct them, so you don't. You only grab a basket and get started. Before you have the chance to ask what they mean, they kneel down and fetch a small woven basket. They're trusting your hands, which supposedly means that it's yours now, for the moment at least. Let's take this to any building in town to knock on the door. When they answer, it's customary to respond with trick or treat. Oh, it's it's Halloween! Alright. Instructions come quickly and you feel as though you should be taking notes. Then, they'll give you a treat. It's a very sweet deal if you ask me. When you stop to think they are done speaking, you go to leave, only to be stopped once more. Oh, last thing, here's my participation pin. We'd like to have... I'm around here. Take the small pumpkin pin shape and lean forward. When you object, they stick it directly into your head. Pumpkin pin traits. Oh, it's on her head! Oh, that's adorable! Fuck yeah! Oh. Where to go now? A nearby blacksmith, a nearby restaurant, nearby apothecary, nearby church, a nearby clothier. Let's go to a blacksmith and see what's up. At first you aren't sure where to head, but then you hear the sharp sound of metal clashing against metal. Suddenly your heart becomes set. You approach the building and knock downly on the door to ensure that it can be heard over the noise. Thankfully, the door opens up quickly. A small woman with a loose-fitting skin entirely pulled back white hair stands before you. Trick or treat! Lauren's mouth upturns into a floppy smile. Good, that's tonight, isn't it? She turns her back to you and disappears for a moment. Then she gifts you a dagger. Come on, do it. Be a black Christy for Christmas, hands out fucking daggers. Come on. When she comes out, she has a piece of shriveled fruit in her hands. I would like prunes. I don't eat many sweets these days. You like prunes? No. Death of no. Yeah, no, prunes are fine. Thankfully, prunes no problem for you. You take your prize in a long way. Pleased with your treat. Ooh. What is that? I'm not entirely sure. You're awoken in the middle of the night by a loud crash from your kitchen. You scramble to investigate and finally catch the source of the racket. A man hunched over pain in the middle of your cooking nook. He spots you and seems panic, waving his hands around. Wait, it's not what it looks like! Well, it's exactly what it looks like, but I injured myself, so I'm no longer pursuing that plan. Why don't you bless the poor fool and choose to excuse my rudeness? An injured thief is still a thief. Kick him out. Yeah, excuse it. With a sigh, you help the man to a more comfortable seating position. Appears to may have injured his legs on a fall. After a short while, seems more comfortable moving around. Thank you kindly for the help, ma'am. He seems appreciative and seemingly shockingly charismatic. He gives you a slight grin and a wave before leaving on your business. It's nice out today, so you decide to have a picnic. After wandering around for some time, you come across a quaint house with a bell. We're not getting rid of the Halloween pin, I guess. Okay. Just begin to wonder what purpose it serves. The bell rings and several children run out and begin to play. A small group of them take notice and subsequently surround you. With a crowded 30 lead, you have a few ways to proceed. A bell? This bell is hopefully going to be fine. Courtesy, introduce yourself politely. Nah, let's fucking go into the woods with them. Kids into the woods! More kids! Pocket adopt kids! Kids all the way down! Let's go! Yeah! Thought you were across that bell. I am. That's why I'm taking these kids away from it. You've always been a good at cooking. Now it's the time to show off a little. You set your bulging picnic basket at the ground and open to display its contents. Several sandwiches, cookies, and various other snacks are laid out one after another. You even have a thermos for some hot tea. Children are later with the spread before them and decide to spend their lunch with you. Sometime later, you hear a yell that sings the end of the lunchtime. They grudgingly stand with each giving you a big hug. Aww. Hit us again sometime, okay? Bye-bye, mushy lady. Oh, that was fucking great. Oh, that was great. I loved it. Pocket had a good time. Over the past few days, you've developed a growing sense of unease, and one particularly gloomy evening, the feeling intensifies. You are in the dying days of autumn, and the chill in the air bites at your skin. As you look into the nearby woods, you can feel a strange calling. An invisible force pulling you towards something. It seems you're being summoned. Before you decide if it's a good idea to follow, your body has already made the choice for you. You find yourself uncontrollably walking into the woods. Uh-oh. Some later, you find yourself in a dark and familiar grove. Oh, you're ready to see your summoner, none other than the Witch of the Woods. However, you're relieved and short-lived when you see the cold and serious look on her face as you approach. Oh, fuck! No! I thought the time has come, though it's not always yours, it's still debt left settled. I just thought to find a way to collect payment. I thought it would be our payment! Does she really intend to make you pay for your parents' debt? After such a long time, you can't imagine what she would require of you. It certainly won't be easy. Fight the witch. Bad fucking idea. Can't kick her ass. I'm sorry, Pocket. There's one matter you're told that you can deal with for a witch and seems to clear your debt. Well, my daughter's has become dangerous, she tells you. A wandering mindless monster has proven quite the annoyance. Deal with her for me and you consider us even. Someone tells you the reason she won't describe the specific danger the daughter poses, but you only accept her terms. Chilling in the air has invigorated you. What would you like to do today? Well, let's go on an expedition because apparently we're... Okay, we kind of have to rest. Let's go out for the day and hope things go better. While aimlessly wandering around it, you said the best use of time would do something scouting. It's always useful to expand your mental map of the area. The country near your home is lush with many diverse landscapes to be found. Decide to head to the north towards a particularly damp, dense forest that's home to a variety of useful plants. As a child, this is where you would get medicinal plants from. There was a danger there at all. Sit in the forest feeling the humid breeze on your fungal cheek. There's an omnipresent buzz of insects pervading the air. This section of forest food is much different than where you live, and you find that it's hard to feel at peace. Despite this flora and fauna is resplendent, you find yourself looking from plant to plant. Finally, you find something quite interesting. Oh, a beautiful large pink flower stands in the middle of a large clearing. The petals are twisting, forming a large sprawling bud that is larger than your head. The single flower is a distinction on the plant, but you observe that its stalk is robust and strangely segmented. It feels a bit like a monolith. If only you simply stand and stare at it, suddenly the strange plant leaves you with a feeling of awe. Say maybe to sell the flower in the spark for quite a pretty penny. Perhaps get a splendor for yourself. Pick the flower. Nope, 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 nope. I sense a fucking dangerous flower when nope. As you come template flowers, you've never seen one quite like this. It felt wrong to kill something like that, even if it was only a plant. Some people could claim that you are only a plant after all, but Tamacos must stick together. Beginning to explore for a while, when you're tired, you walk home with the comfort of knowing that you are, if not the else, polite to fellow plants. At least in your forest lies a village of humans. We have often found ourselves wondering what you would find if you suddenly kept traveling east. Today, you have resolved to solve that mystery. With a pact, you depart, well prepared for a day of going. A thoroughly trodden path guides you easily to the village, a route you're familiar with. Once you go beyond the far edge of the village is when the anticipation begins to build. The more you think about it, anything could be out there, and soon you see what it is. The journey is long, well, as long as a day trip can be, you suppose. But at what feels like hours of walking through gently sloping valleys and hills, you begin to notice structures. They have aged, recognized large monoliths that appear to have once been some kind of stone wall. Perhaps defensive fortifications? As you walk further, you find buildings as well, though you suspect it has been a very long while since anything human has lived in them. Nature, however, seems to be doing her best to claim stake to the abandoned town. Large pine trees stand proudly, unmoved by the winter chill, and even managed to spot several animals you only rarely seen previously. While exploring, you haven't noticed the large, tasty-looking plants. Perhaps you can take advantage of this and do some foraging while you're out. Trap some critters, look for some nuts, pluck some evergreen needles, harvest roots. Why not just harvest some roots? That seems simple enough. You know, when it seems as though there's nothing around you worth eating, you know the truth. Sometimes tastiness lives underground. Warm, starchy thoughts fill your head as you begin scouting for familiar rooted plants. You may have spot several in time. Burdock, dandelion, even some delicious wild carrots. Sometimes you're forced to dig deeper than you expect in order to get the most possible. It's hard work because you eye your forage those bag full of clunky roots you have a hard time complaining. With an air procured and then some, you decide that it's now time to say goodbye to this little abandoned town for now, and begin the long trek home. Perhaps someday you shall return. One day while attending some foraging business in the woods, you meet a strange discovery. What else is new? You go to retrieve some fruit from a low shrub, but you move a branch, you know something out of the corner of your eye. A glint of metal. Metal? It could belong to some lost human, or it could be something valuable for you to keep. You have to examine the item more closely on realization. Before you use a perfectly sculpted copper hand. I realized for remarks that could portray George, you realize the hand is connected to a body. Then before you, it's unbelievable. It's just someone taking a person and play them with copper. I wonder if this is the case for a second, then reel with heart when you see it move. The being stands up. Surely you find copper cannot move with such fluidity. Your sound is the thing we're speaking. Okay, that's a little bit hard to understand. You are unsure what to say. Things seem confused at your confusion for a moment, before snapping your fingers in thought. Here's one arm touches the back of her head and then cheerfully speaks. Sorry, I totally forgot to adjust my translator. Can you understand me now? Find yourself shocked for a moment at the chipper disposition of whatever that thing is. A response is slightly delayed by shock. You confirm to her that you, technically, understand what she's saying. Narration brings her joy, results in a little hop and exclamation of, woo! Her excitement is contagious. When she claps her hands in yours, you can help but jump with joy with her. Being the sorcerer, you get a chance to examine this being more closely. Once you look beyond her glistening coat, you can see her physical characteristics more clearly. She is petite, thinly stocked and standing slightly shorter than you, with similarly numbered and proportioned limbs. Her face is human-like in nature, it's not precise. It's not a difference in some human faces would occasionally challenge you, but somehow hers feels a little off. Maybe an eye too many? Do you know, humans don't really have those low antennas. We have met a robot girl. You're currently side out with thoughts as being asked you a question. So, are you a member of the dominant species? We met Pockets met an alien. Cool. I love a tour guide. You show me what people do for fun around here. Answer your request for a second. What do people do for fun? Well, you're supposed to have a couple ideas. Show her what daily life is like. Show her what a typical human's daily life is like. Show her the village. Encourage her to leave your woods. Oh, I think we can show her that. I think we can show her our life. Oh yeah, let's go. Don and Cece, suppose that would be humans. Do you understand what she's asking? Not one of them, but you do know one of them now that they think about it. Then for a session until they can lead her to the most important one you know. Wait, are you actually taking me to your leader? I didn't think that actually happens. He exclaims as you grab her by the hand and lead her through the woods. You, of course, explained to her that you're not your leader, just your parent. You're reasonably sure things are different. Those seem different, at least. This sparks a lively discussion on what a parent is exactly. She seems to have a slightly different perspective than yours. Something about forges and great flames. We have robot aliens. Jeez, okay. What a fucking group we have. How's it to you? How's it to you to happily reminisce your way to the recluse's hut? When you arrive, you mark your presence by excitedly knocking on the door twice and simply barging in. Recluse is standing nearby, sewing something dark upon their simple stove. They're surprised to see you for a moment, and even more surprised to see your travel companion, but they manage to calm down quickly enough. Wow, so this is dominant species, huh? What do you guys call yourselves? The copper girl exclaims, leaning to examine them more closely. To their credit. Fuck. What kind of row did I fail? To their credit, the recluse seems unfazed by someone blunt made the question. You explain what the humans are, the sub turns you. Correctly man of their creation. Could you take story retelling the account of the witch of the woods? Then goes to nostalgic detail your upbringing. Of course, you're a little embarrassed by the sudden attention. Unfortunately, your guest seems a little left out. Shockingly sits here, nodding politely when it is appropriate and chuckling at little jokes the recluse makes. Recluse invites both of you to join them for dinner. You accept, the copper girl denies. That sounds like so cool, but I'm gonna go look to see if there's, anything else going around. We fucking bored the robot girl. Voice looks like the end of the question, but you don't really think she's asking a question? The recluse say goodbye to her as she scares off to find something more exciting. At least it was a nice visit to meet your parent. To visit your parent, great. One day while gathering some resources and floors, you realize the sun has gone down and set on you. You haven't been anticipating a night trip, so this is a little unfortunate. Thankfully, you can spot a fire on the road ahead. Appears like a single man sitting next to it with a warm tent set up. The man bears a single set of tattoos, surrounding his face and arms with decorative, presumably eyes. You contemplate the thought of approaching this man and keeping yourself warm by the fire. Does this appeal to you? Join the man, you can make your own way. Oh, there's no reason for Pocket to not join. Come on, I-Man is fine. It's dark, you have nothing undecorated camp. Figure it's acceptable if nothing else. As you approach the man, he seems immediately aware of your presence. Welcome, daughter of the witch, she speaks calmly, defining your presence more precisely than most. You think oddly that it's unfair to be called the daughter of the witch. The witch did not raise you, after all. Nonetheless, you ask man if you could join him. It's a dark night and you have yourself stranded. Thankfully, he seems sympathetic to your plight. What is mine is yours, fellow Phaeton. She pauses. You may find that I not have much to offer. You eyes meager campsite. Our company will have to get you through the night, it seems. Though you do spy a variety of small, strange trinkets. Some part of you suspects they are fortune-telling in nature. What do you do with the remnants of the evening? Ask the man to tell you his fortune. Ask the man to teach you his craft. Ask him for nothing more than you already have. He speaks to you with familiarity. Help him learn his place. Oh, that's rude. Yeah. Let's fucking learn more spells from the spellbound man. Okay. Immediately, something about this man has piqued your interest. Wish to have what he has, so to speak. Practically, before you can open your mouth and plead a case, the man speaks. Hey, good row! Of course, this information is not mine alone. It would be selfish to keep it from you. Disclose the mystery of this lesson would, of course, be quite gosh, but thankfully you found me to be a good teacher. Clairvoyant! Oh, shit! You picked up the ability to predict the future. Oh. Oh, then. What happened with the robot girl? We bored her. We made her very bored and she left. Fucking crazy. Time you two allowed the fire to go out. Next morning, you found that you had the seeds to learn new crap. By daughter of the witch, perhaps someday our paths will cross again. Uncharacteristically gives you a toothy smile. It seems like a joke that he's yet to let you in on. You have to practice your new ability and try to divine if you know something you do not. Sun begins to fall as you make your way down from the road. Day has finally come for you to settle the matter to agree with the witch. Let's look into the future and see if we die. Over the past few days, we've been in her room with our watering mushroom creatures as spotted lurking nearby villages. A malign star of the witch overcome by the urge to destroy and consume. You track through the vicinity, particularly remote village in the region. You have the feeling that successfully slaying the creature would be a minor miracle. Search for tracks. The village probably notices about something about the monster. I think that's Max. Take a detour through the nearby village, consult some locals on the matter. They are originally quite reluctant to trust you, but after some light conversation, you manage to get a few bits of useful information. In particular, a local woodsman mentions seeing her rest and points you in the direction of her lair. The information turns out to be handy as you find the miserable creature right where you expected. You first notice a buzzing. You're omnipresent, but clear urging her misshapen and corpulent form. Seeing insects fly about, crawling on just about every nearby surface. The wandering sister is a pale, lumbering corpse of a mushroom girl, and a realization you have about destroying your advantage to the heart of the sight before you. Her cap is a moted brown, and a large crevice-like hose mar her already human body. Little intermediate clouds of insects convene at various points in her numerous form. She takes a lumbering step towards you, and finally managing to suppress your fear for a moment, you advise an approach. Maintain distance, try to talk to her. Rush the raging creature. Sister, kill yourself. Awesome! You approach the form carefully, calling out in an impassioned plea to whoever humanity might still linger inside her. She stumbles. Is that hesitation? She seems unbalanced for a moment as you approach. Take another step forward, but a furious buzzing screams from her orifices as she lunges forward. That's the OG pocket. No, it's not! The advantage is yours for a moment, an opening. You power through the swarm of humming insects, and your knife hits home, dead center. For pivoting your momentum, you slash upward, cutting clean through the head of the miserable creature. A cloud of the swarming parasites dissipates as she hits the ground, and finally she lies still. Panting heavily, you stand over the corpse that was once one of your sisters. A cloud of insects dissipate, having lost whatever it was that compelled them to swarm and defend so viciously. Despite your countless blood bites, you are triumphant. You feel an unpleasant gloom lift, and you know that you're no longer beholden to the witch. Yeah, there we go. You spend the rest of your evening in camp burying your sister. You have privately service yourself in the insects of the woods. Pocket did it! Pocket killed someone! Ha! This is not good! I have traumatized Pocket again. Fuck. You hold private session. Gain traits. What was that trait? Sorrow side. After all this time, you have grown up. You have triumphed over a monstrous powerful abomination when you're... I can't scroll fucking down. As you grow older, you look back over your life. You think back to the witch who created you and can't help but wonder if everything met her expectation. You wonder if you were the daughter your parent had hoped for. Ending. After all this time... Well done, a daughter well raised. So done, in fact, I think you are deserving of reward. However much, perhaps you would like some spores. There are many uses of these spores for those who know where to spend them. This might help when you're ready to learn more. First, let's remember the child. First things first, let's measure what her life was worth. Eh? New music bonus, a day in the life, the Ballad of the Sister. New color bonus, yellow, 50 spores. Stat bonus, adds them all up, divides by 5. Unused cards and tokens. Missed achievements of note. New ending bonus after all this time. First grown bonus, Witch's Butter. In total, that's 637 spores. Okay. Growing Dar is rewarding, isn't it? You get love, obviously, to see her grow, and perhaps most importantly, you also get spores. It be said that spores keep the circle of life flowing. They are gifted after a daughter's fully formed and spent to help ensure the success of future daughters. But I'm sure you find plenty of things to use your hard-earned winnings on. More impressive lives are more substantial spore counts, so do your best as a parent for her and for you. You'll find my hut has many amenities. You may spend your spores at the summoning circle, or it may improve your basic conditions of the garden. I'll explore further when next we speak. The fuck? Eh? What? Garden? It's a beautiful day, isn't it? Doesn't this crispness of the air make you feel like part of the world? Embrace that feeling and tend this patch of earth to your preference. When raising a daughter, the time passes so quickly. You found this garden to be a bit more evergreen. Spores do spread out over time, growing stronger, evolving. Be sure to check in often. You'll find the rest of the world reflects what is here in this plot of land. Different plants may yield unexpected results in your everyday life. Just be sure to deal with any weeds that may crop up or the girl may suffer unduly. You already some basic supplies to get started. Spores filled with potential gardening equipment. Thatch it up with the debris at least. Eh? Eh? Items? What the fuck is happening? Okay, that's a lot of shit. These will grow weird. Are you calling fucking Pocket weird? It's rather rude. Curios? The remnants of a fallen sister still bubbling with deep infection. Huh. Oh fuck, that's memory. Wow, okay, so there's 3 stages. There's the witch stage, the growing stage, and the daughter stage. Interesting. The seven stories, though, project mine, you could say. Really, the treats of all kinds, gardening supplies, colors you never imagined, even a piece of music or two. Really, there's so much, too much measuring. Why don't give it your try? Your first taste is free. Oh my god, this is the fucking... Gotcha, gotcha! Oh my fucking god, it's the gotcha! Oh, please leave it to the default. That fucking hurts. What the fuck? I got nothing else to spend it on, so... Do you want my signature gruel recipe? You have to promise you won't tell anyone. Oh god, this color. Oh, fuck. Okay, that's easier on the eyes. Now what happened to... The hell is all this stuff? It seems like the only accomplishment given to my girl is the fact that she was alive. Okay. If you have a magic word, unlock something, whisper that word. Okay. Rather anticlimactic end for Pocket, I'll be honest. Bit disappointing that there wasn't, like, anything going on with her. No, this is where she is now or anything, just ended. Offer me that which embodies your daughter. Okay. The journey was fun, but, like, the ending was... I don't know, like, you probably should have just had anything. Just a small word afterwards for what happened to her. And serve them well as a way to protect as a protector, perfect way to express the resolve, the recluse will care for the daughter. Growth at all costs, feeling a tender hollowness, the recluse is not inclined to answer. You slept more soundly than I think on ages. Child will come to his world, lower her name, light even scales, bring me a heirloom. Sure. Weather tome. Flower. Prideful flower. I'll pay you with my life. Certainly, so unfortunately, in a Cody and out on kind of brace. What is her name? Welcome to the world, Ren. Huh. Oh, our stamina is fucking gone. Oh. The American Barrier Live Coins and Crave was a sparkle small pile of fair dish for you to get out. Don't try to use it if you personally better having it all the same. Harsh weather is taking its toll on your garden, your entire harvest has been lost. Weeks worth of food has been rotten and destroyed without immediate action, your daughter will be in trouble later down the line. Ah, fuck me. Okay, we're in a bad place right now. It's unfortunate that you accept you're a bit of an expert in that area. Next year you better be prepared for now you rest and simply go without. Let's nurture our environment. Decide now is the best time to promote her growth, spending extra effort improving her living conditions. Dora seems to appreciate the attention and motes cheerfully. Good! Not sure whatever interest you decide to speak of the witch somewhere else. After turning your stay put, you agree the witch. Do you partaking? Decide feel comfortable asking the witch for something around where he shrugs, handing you small parcel. Gather. Let's buy this one a knife too. We don't have the food for that. We need more food. Go hunting time. I'm sure mycologist village reporting you that this implies some interest to you, design you an illusion. Take home a pouch of, and he gives you some. Task daughter home, eats to have a nice bath and simple dinner. Oh, god fucking damn it. We just made the same girl. It's Ren, except it's not fucking Ren, it's just damn Pocket again. Except this time she's a bookworm. Oh, elemental list. Okay, this one's actually able to use the elements, apparently. Okay. Oh, shit. Cursed kiss from the witch. Oops. Yeah, we're magic. We can do this. Yeah, just go in the middle of the woods. Come on. Oh, meeting a rat person. Okay. Sure, we'll help out. Why not? As with many, this tale begins in tragedy. An errant child. Oh, fuck! Everything changed. What the fuck? Okay. Ask a woman her story, and we get an entirely different UI, okay. And our child, the kid was exiled from town, branded with heresy and derision. They bore no sin but that of her birth, specifically the eyes, swollen in pools of ceaseless violet. They were the same eyes of the Violet Witch, a malefactor who had been terrorizing the area for years. And as such, the kid was left with only a lone heart to look out for her, a similar soul, lonesome and lorn, in the depths of the woods. As she was raised good and raised well, and while she never truly needed the approval of others, it was still a wish of hers to be more accepted. To be seen as less of an outsider, she did at the very least have a modicum of peace in her parents' home. The peace was ill-becoming of the time and never fleeting. Despite the love and care bestowed upon her by her guardian, she could not stay. Fire came in the night. At first it was deemed an accident. Happenstance. The attacks became emboldened, frequent, turning from one or two individuals into small mobs, each time led by sightless men, as if to taunt. As long as the Violet Witch roamed the land, the kid would know no sanctuary. She'd only bring pain to those who would offer her comfort. And so, after a heated argument with her guardian, she forced herself to leave, lest they be caught up in the madness. The kid set off without preparation, carrying with her only a smolder of conviction. Nevertheless, she was savvy, complete with a few well-honed skills needed for survival. It was long before she was well away from home. Out beyond the thresholds where the familiar woods fell away into shadows. Though according to rumors of the Violet Witch, her mains would be less than a day's travel southwest. And, as it were, there were three ways to go around heading there. The Gallaudet highway, which the kid had been taking, that bad as it was, the old-growth forest unwelcoming as it seemed, or the gentle riverbank. Cut through the old growth. The honest can't be snuffed out any remaining light that was left to be found in the night's steady embrace. In spots, the trees grew in rows, as though meticulously planted. other areas, the trees sprouted from with wild abandon, cropping up wherever they pleased. Regardless, all trees towered as megaliths, altars to a forgotten time. Kid made her way through the herring woods as she saw the light of the mains appear just beyond. A glint caught her eye. There, bearing the trunk of the moss-covered tree, a knife stuck out, and from where its blade cut into the bark, opulent buds sprung forth. The kid, needing supplies, wrenched the blade from its resting place and hooked it firmly around her waist. With just a few more steps, the woods were behind her and the kid could enter the maze. Did I start over again? No, this is just a new section because we're hearing a story. Though, she thought for a moment, there was still enough twilight to search nearby. Of course, it may not be worth it. The fire which Mance was regal through his heaven. It didn't appear as though anyone had been home for some time, even though there was a single lack of dust on the surfaces. With little furniture decorated the vaulted foyer, next on the other side led to the library and the dining hall, while a spiraling staircase led into the darkness overhead. Examine. The welcoming sign. A flat board made of cork sat on the wall with low surrounding letters packed by pins pushed into the facade. It read, "Live, Laugh, Spellcraft." With a little creativity, the tinkering, the kid changed the sign to read, "Ugh, all lifesteal." Yes, ratting. Lovely. The portrait of the lady of the house hung menacingly in the corner of the room, taller and wider than a full-grown adult, her eyes piercing the kid's soul. A vibrant carpet and luscious scarlet drapes helped to pull together a warm, rich environment within the hardwood library. The room stretched up far above, concealing the darkness just beyond a mezzanine. The library curtains hung from a high, obscuring a gigantic window. The kid, taking her knife, slashed out a piece of fabric, fashioning into a cape. Legends say she looked quite stylish. What the fuck are we doing? Absolutely fashionable, okay. Far above, though, before the shadows restricted her vision, the kid could see a mezzanine. The library had a very clear second floor that was accessible from the first. A comfortable table and chair, mostly cast a shadow. Along the majority of the books ran against the bookshelf. As it were, several books found to leave the kid. Let's read the fourth book. The fourth book was something called Apotheosis? It ends a separately heavy and ornate design tome. Flipping through a page, found a rough sketching of 3 swords. A platinum sword made to bend to the user's will, a silver sword made to reflect the user's will, the golden sword used to judge the user's will. Apparently, the golden sword was considered to be all but lost to history. Yet, studying the image, the kid couldn't help but feel as though the blade was closer than one would think. Though putting too much thought into it began to drive her nauseous, and he executed the matter from her mind. In the forward, very Fisher, decorated, yep. Travel to the dining hall. Tall windows, A portrait of a woman sat crooked around where Heath's blade, the shadow door, continuously led into the kitchen. The babe had her eyes, oof. Taxidermy boars. Let's go to the kitchen. The kid entered the kitchen and found love interest, ran culturally, an oven, some counters. Ooh, this is going on longer than I would have expected. Seems like anything can be cooked in there for some time. Key resting there right behind the flames. Oh. Pantry key. All you have to do is plug the key out and she acts as a pantry. Let's go to the pantry. Pantry is dark, cold, and musty. Larger than expected, the size of the remains, it's an SO to selling thoughts in the kid's mind. A book in the library. And you're gonna look like a 3 shirt. Here's about exchange, kid. You shot my bag, stretch yours, capiche? I need some cheese, yeah. The food ain't gonna be nobody. Give me a little good, I'm liable. It fucking talked. God. We've gone something absolutely different than usual. Fucking so weird. Like, we've entered like an entirely different thing, essentially. Very strange. Real mahogany, I mean, how's stuff? Yeah. Secret book. Get open the book, expecting to find some boring scrap information. It was great with the highlight center. Bedroom key. Okay. Let's go into the bedroom. You finally found, I don't know. Bedroom had taken strangely different feelings. The room was quite enviable. The only allowed kid couldn't help but take a gander around. Hey, a wedge of cheese. Just getting down the armor to give the warding effect, create a paneling around her, and some level display the armor dynamic to feel more protected than before. If you ever fall into thraldom, I must upgrade the code to the altar. My known faiths fuse faintly. I praise you in your fight, my sweet child. Remember the code, you tired wretch, epic call for the sake of thy daughter. Fucking bug on my screen. Turn to the bedroom. Probably nothing in the bathroom, but should check. The toilet. Flush it. the foyer. Gotta give a rat some shit. Alright! Now here's a piece of advice for you. Get out of town for the clock strikes 12, capiche? Now that's bad time in the biz. You can do never like locking foyer, but you know it's hours have passed. We could say anything and the rat screwed off. What a pal. Time is 11 o'clock. Yep. You feel like you're back giving me Neko. Me too. Anyway, midnight time. Oh shit, it's a woman. The former kid had felt a hard chill in the air. Suddenly he came face to face with the shade of the maid's mansion. The former opponent was nothing more than a poor witch's memories made manifest. There's one time I think the shade told the kid's intruder intent to make the contrast known. The kid had no intention of going down without a fight. The kid posed briefly what he was getting shady, pointing out. Kid stabbed the shade with a biting knife, searing with magic and enlisting pain from the creature. Its eyes catching the ridiculous rearrangement, the welcome sign, which shade stood moan. The kid was not let opportunity pass her. He thought brief about what using K, pointing out. Swanky cane. Silver Eagle headed into enlisting pain. The crane should share the cannon by reaching down, striking with incredible claw attack. The dance floor was length. The kid briefly thought about what to use. Fucking step. Get stabbed, searing with magic and enlisting pain. Whipped a miserable claw. I've got so much fucking health, bitch. Good luck. You matter loose, stop the kid from request convicted. We got magic fucking armor on. The shade shrieked and moaned as the magic comprising it filtered away. All that was left in that mess was the kid. Kid and a bounty of unanswered questions. The only thing left as a clue for her was a small precious stone fragment left behind the shade. As the kid scooped up in her palm, the fragment warmed and glittered bright green for fading at length. Regardless of understanding the kid was reassuring, and such the kid complete was forced to come to terms with many disquieting thoughts upon that return trip home. Dozen woes and literary stars were only one tree that struck her. Perhaps those who rallied against her, in fact, did so with cause. He returned to victorious indeed, but some believe in her gone further to do many a great deed. Alas, as of now, time slid away from us, so we must hurry before the dark settles. You wouldn't want to run into the violet witch now, would you? She cackles. Taking right to your arm head, filled with thoughts of the kid. Get. Daddy didn't raise no quitter. Let's attend a gala. Invite the doomed woman. Sure, we'll invite Miss Failure. Very chill game, isn't it? A little wormy. I think I just made her obsessed with worms. Okay. Or I gave her a pet worm. Okay. Fucking made her weird. Stunning snow. Let's go. Do 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 do. When you meet the woman, you find her surprisingly well dressed in expensive-looking black coat dress and with image of coat vipers. Came there for opportunity indulges at extravagant, which agrees with factious but obviously well-practiced formality. Still wearing the black stained lips, she could be mistaken as wearing flattering cosmetics. She bows politely and extends a hand, offering to hold things for you. See, part of your informs you the situation. Absolutely will not dance for fear of ruining the party by way of untimely death. Now, it seems so easy for her. It's hard to keep in mind that the woman's cursed. The state might be doomed to fail. These are miracles with us turn down in your favor. As you approach, the section looks a very annoying pedestrian and proper blocking path. David's ladies, and after no exclusion, it would be on your invitation. A small cock of the eyebrow followed. You were invited, weren't you? Look at the doomed woman, ask her invitation. She looks awkwardly, realizing she's holding anything. At some point, she already dropped your things. You aren't even sure where to begin with looking for her to get on the table. How annoying. The lady Buffen, she croaks? Yeah. Very curious, it's my ex. You stare awkwardly and don't really know what to do in this situation. Oh my god, a fucking 5 failed? I can change for it. Ren will get to go on a nice date without any problems happening. Definitely. Shit, she tells you coolly. The fair lady knows how to spend the entire evening in the powder room. Cool. David was immediately engrossed in conversation with Date, questioning where she's been in regards to rumors. I heard you kissed a troll, or a toad? No, a succubus. Please, don't say such cruel things as Lady Buffert. As you're approached by the cute waiter, the hoggish master of the table places her on her shoulder. In the end, he informs you your would-be server. He will be seeing Juice Andres personally. Being still and caught, still, he thought she was trying again. Is he letting it slide? At former against these, the invited guest places orders. Your eyes, like they're swirling your head as you look down the strange and unfamiliar words. You aren't sure how the menu's organized. The selection of even food haven't seemed to allow you to understand. The master looks at you enjoying your squirming. She addresses the man. I believe we're having the winter pilaf. Here, the erstwhile chef of the king is acting chief cuisine. We see Mr. Trice on dessert. Hey, Master Father's moment, but for your no wine tonight, I must insist. This will be all. Hey, Master, thoroughly best to enjoy the evening without any further harassment. There's some confusion. Enjoy your date's company winning with your phone attention, charming, interesting, and both you near forgot or occurs for a while. When the careless desk bumped into you, grab on your date just as a chair beneath her, suddenly revolts and rear legs snapping unnaturally. The sudden sound of a pair of chefs throwing the service doors open catches attention of the guests, and the furniture malfunction goes mercilessly unnoticed. Sarah generally suggests that it might be time to retire from the dining hall. As far as today's mirror, the two decide to find things. I really want to see if the ending actually has an ending. The black market's gone. Oh, we solved everything. Yeah, okay, Ren found love. Miraculous heart. You shared miraculous entanglement with a formerly doomed lady. Oh. As you grow older, you look back in your life, you think what you created, and kind of wonder if she ever excited you under our ending after all this time. First thing first, let's remember what her life was worth. Okay, apparently that was a repeat ending. What the fuck is all the other endings then? Like, what? What do I... I got after all this time for just kind of doing basic stuff, it feels. Visit known depot, guarding supports, and more. Oh, welcome to Home Depot. Okay. Alright, big explorer, another neighbor says it fast. Which, but that's just us gnomes usually poor. It's we're real crafty. Could craft you some wares. Hardware, please. Give me fucking stuff to destroy. Huh. If the event is always like that, that is more than a little bit lame, I'm not gonna lie. It's kind of meh. Like, just to talk about briefly, a raisin game like this really lives and dies on its endings and how satisfying they are. Gonna be honest, the endings here were not that satisfying per se. Like, I know I apparently got the same one twice, but it was just kind of meh. You can see that seemed a bit abrupt. Yeah, like compared to the Princess Maker games, which go through like have like unique CGs for the endings and everything. That felt very bleh at the end, which is a shame. Otherwise, it had some cute art, I guess, but it's not the strongest thing. Yeah. Anyway. It was fun watching you screw up, though. Ah, yes, of course. I hope you guys had a good time. First time coming, suggest you subscribe and notification bells for when I'm streaming. Like, If you liked any of the other stream, leave a like, leave a comment below, and share the stream around to everything might be interested. But, until next time. Until next time, I'm gonna get up close, I'm gonna get quiet, and I'm gonna say goodbye.